I only have a minute and a half, and that's very painful for a politician like me. But before I give my script, let's have a big hand for Eileen Shields West and what she's done. And we hope she doesn't retire. So it gives me great pleasure to be here with you all this evening as we celebrate this important milestone in Refugees International very rich history. I was honored to be asked to present this year's exceptional award to Mayor Wilmot Collins of Helena, Montana. You're going to hear a lot about this guy. Wilmot Collins was elected mayor in 2017, unseating a four-term incumbent and becoming the first African-American mayor in Montana state history. Now, that's a significant accomplishment. He is also a former Liberian refugee, a refugee whose journey from Liberia with his wife, Maddie, that began in 1990, when he fled the civil war in that country. War that left 250,000 dead and 1.9 million people displaced. Charles Taylor, you remember that name. At a time of steep cuts in the U.S. refugee admissions, the remarkable experience of Mayor Collins reminds us of the critical importance of refugee resettlement as an option for the world's most vulnerable refugees. Mayor Collins and his wife were resettled in Montana in 1994, where he committed his life and career to public service. He's a child protection specialist in the Montana Department of Health and Human Services and is recently retired as a U.S. Navy reservist. In talking about the experience of refugee resettlement to others, this is what Mayor Collins simply and eloquently described his own desires and desires of the millions of other refugees. And I quote, "We want to give back to our host country. We want to give back to the country that gave us that second chance." So if you listen to interviews with citizens of Montana, Helena, about why they chose to elect as mayor this former refugee from Liberia, this is what you quickly learn. You learn about the man's deep dedication to engaging in fellow citizens in conversation, to fellowship, and to mutual understanding. You quickly appreciate that this kind of bridge building creates hope for a brighter future, not only for the citizens of Montana, but for all of us here tonight. So tonight, it is my distinct pleasure to present Refugees International Exceptional Service Award to somebody that you're going to hear a lot about in America's future, to Mayor Wilmot Collins.
Good evening. It's an honor to be here tonight. And I have my wife Maddie with me because I want her to share this moment with me. Had it not been for Maddie, I wouldn't be standing before you today. When times got tough in Liberia, it was Maddie who said, "It's time to leave." When we left Liberia and went into Ghana, it was Maddie who said, "Let's go to America." And then she said, let's go to Montana. And I said, you have to make up your mind. We either go to Montana or we go to America. And she said, Montana is in America. When I had to leave the many days and many nights for military duties, it was Maddie who took care of the kids while carrying on her professional duties as a registered nurse. Ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't be here today had it not been for her. Thank you. Thank you. And so to all of you who help refugees get that second chance, I say thank you. To all of you who dedicate your lives to helping us, I say thank you. To all of you who contribute, thank you. To Refugee International, thank you. To other refugees, what I've done is not unique, you can do. Follow these 3 guidelines. Take risks. Get involved in your communities. And get out of your comfort zones. And we will do fine. If ever we needed to do those things, the time is now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Governor.
Thank you, Maddie. Thank you.
So where do we go?